Chapter 41 or Book 3, Part 12. M's Secret Cure. Show business world tainted by occult. From the monthly, November. These occult cures, which have become a kind of craze among members of the entertainment world, are spread primarily by word of mouth, but in some cases they bear the mark of certain secret organizations. Take, for example, M, 33, debuted 10 years ago as supporting actress in a television dramatic series, well received, leading roles ever since in TV and films. 6 years ago, married boy wonder, real estate developer, no problems in first 2 years of marriage. His business did well, and she recorded some fine performances on film. But then the sideline dinner club and boutique he opened in her name ran into trouble, and he started bouncing checks, for which she became liable. Never eager to go into business to begin with, Am had more or less had her arm twisted by her husband, who wanted to expand. One view has it that the husband was taken in by a kind of scam. In addition, there had always been a serious rift between Am and her in-laws. Soon the gossip spread around about the trouble Am was having with her husband, and before long the two were living separately. They concluded formal divorce proceedings 2 years ago after an arbitrator helped them settle their debts. But after that, Am started showing signs of depression, and the need for therapy put her into virtual retirement. According to one source at the studio she worked for, Am was regularly plagued by serious delusions after the divorce. She ruined her health with antidepressants, and it got to the point where people were saying she's had it as an actress. Our source observed, she had lost the powers of concentration you need to act, and it was shocking what happened to her looks. It didn't help either that she was basically a serious person who dwelled on things to the point where it would affect her mentally. At least her financial settlement had left her in pretty good shape, so she could make it for a while without working. One distant relative of Am's was the wife of a famous politician and former cabinet minister. Am was practically a daughter to this person, who introduced her to a woman who practiced a form of spiritual healing for a limited upper-class clientele. Am went to her for a year on a regular basis for treatment of her depression, but exactly what this treatment consisted of, no one knows. Am herself kept it absolutely secret. Whatever it was, it seems to have worked. It wasn't long before Am was able to stop taking antidepressants, as a result of which she lost the strange puffiness the medicine had caused. Her hair regained its fullness, and her beauty returned. She recovered mentally as well, and gradually began acting again. At that point, she stopped the treatments. In October of this year, however, just as the memory of her nightmare was beginning to fade, Am had one episode during which, for no apparent reason, her symptoms flared up again. The timing couldn't have been worse. She had a major acting job just a few days ahead of her, something she could not have carried off in her present state. Am contacted the woman and requested the usual treatment, but the woman told her that she was no longer in practice.
"I'm sorry," she said, "but I can't do anything for you. I'm not qualified anymore. I've lost my powers. There is someone I can introduce you to, but you'll have to swear absolute secrecy. If you say one word about it to anyone, you'll be sorry. Is that clear?"
M was supposedly instructed to go to a certain place, where she was brought into the presence of a man with a bluish mark on his face. The man, around 30, never spoke while she was there, but his treatment was incredibly effective. M refused to divulge what she paid for the session, but we can imagine that the consultation fee was quite substantial. This is what we know about the mysterious treatment as told by M to a trusted, very close friend. She first had to go to a certain downtown hotel where she met a young man whose job it was to guide her to the healer. They left from a special underground VIP parking lot in a big black car and went to the place where the treatment was performed. As far as the treatment itself is concerned, however, we have been able to learn nothing. M is said to have told her friend, "Those peoples have awesome powers. Something terrible could happen to me if I broke my promise." Am paid only one visit to the place, and she has not since suffered any seizures. We tried approaching M directly for more information on the treatment and the mysterious woman, but as expected, she refused to see us. According to one well-informed source, This organization generally avoids contacts with the entertainment world and concentrates on the more secretive worlds of politics and finance. Our contacts in the performing arts have so far yielded no more information.